Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Well, I guess we're at the point of the hearing where personal insults have started and judgment on intentions. We're talking about contradictions. There's contradictions flying all over the place today, particularly when talking about the unborn child. But with that said, I'd like to say this. America has been a just and generous nation, and we've opened our arms to people who want to come here and rebuild their lives or who have escaped political persecution or religious persecution in other places. That is a marked characteristic, hallmark of who we are as a people. And yet when we have a system that does this in orderly fashion, it empowers us to continue to be charitable. Charity cannot flow out of chaos and disorder. So the underlying principles at work here are how do we balance these two ends, both justice and mercy and compassion for those in need, with an orderly system that is fair to Americans, that is fair to the capacity of our system itself to absorb new people, that demands a certain values proposition for people coming here to accept who we are and integrate successfully. That's what's at issue here. Now, this is a particularly difficult issue. I will grant that. The problems that were pointed out, the anecdotes, are very painful to hear. With that said, Mr. Chairman, would you be willing to review what the process is when a pregnant woman is detained? Again, going back over some of the points you made, but any other information that you can provide so that we have some clarity of what reality is supposed to be, understanding there have been potential problems, but what reality is supposed to be.
With the gentleman, you care to yield to the...
If I could yield to the Chairman.
Yeah, I appreciate the gentleman from Nebraska's point that he is making, and I think that what the gentlelady from California has raised and that many on the minority side have spoken to is a concern for all of us, and suggests that no one in this room, that the people in this room suddenly have no compassion towards a pregnant woman who's coming to the country, just like a woman who has children with her already coming to the country. And these are very delicate issues, but I think what's happening with this amendment is to have a blanket prohibition that says if you show up at our borders and you happen to be pregnant, then the laws don't apply, is a bridge too far. And what I'd hope is that the gentlelady from California and others would say, we have a joint goal here to make sure that we treat pregnant women with the utmost health care and prenatal needs and everything they may need with respect to this unborn child, to ensure that unborn child can come into this world healthy and with the nutrition and opportunities in life that it needs, no matter where that child ends up being born in this process, that as part of that, we provide that care while they're in our care, while they're in detention, that care is provided. And so I'd love to work with the gentlelady, the ranking member, the gentlelady from California, to improve that. But I think just saying we're going to blanket prohibition without improving their circumstance, to me, misses the point, and it's one of those divisive things that doesn't end up helping women, ends up dividing this Congress. I think we could do a lot more working together.
Well, Mr. Chairman, reclaim my time. If this is presumptuous, you're running the meeting here, but perhaps another suggestion that maybe we could work on this, even if it's in the moment, to see if there can be some reconciliation here.